Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. This will be my first vlog for YouTube. I did some vlogging on FB, so some of you from my FB page, you already know what's going on with me. Those of you that don't know me, you can get to know Miss Carla Baby. First of all, I am 41. I have two children, two daughters, one 22 and one 24. The one that's 24 is my niece that I raised. From my sister passing away. I've raised her from when she was a little girl, so she's mine also. So sometimes I might confuse you with saying niece or daughter because I call her both, but she's mine also. I have various of medical problems. One that has made me gravely ill that I suffer from called HS hidradenitis suppurativa that you will see me raising awareness for, in which I do have a like page on FB called Living Life Purple. If you want to go there and check that out, you're very welcome and go and hit that like button. Also, if you're here watching me now, hit the like button. If you like it. If not, don't like it. Give me the thumbs down. That's fine too. Everybody doesn't agree on the same thing, and I understand that. But I am here to just share my life with everyone, and it's a lot of things that go on with being so sickly, and you can't go anywhere. I'm just coming from the doctor's office, and I still have an infection that I was in the hospital for a week ago. I stayed in hospital for 8 days, but I'm home now. But waiting for the doctor to call me with whatever they're gonna do with me because the infection hasn't really left. So they're gonna call and see what they're gonna have to do, whether I need antibiotics through the IV again or pills or whatever they want to do. Um, I want to just talk about life, period. My first vlog will be about suicide. Um, I see a lot of people talking about suicide, and a lot of people call people weak that are suicidal, and I disagree. I agree that you shouldn't have sympathy for people that want to commit suicide or that have committed suicide. I believe that, however, you should have empathy for them. You should understand the life that led them there. I was once there, and I will talk about that later on, but I was once there and I did try it. Yes, I did try it. For those of you that know Miss Carla, baby, yes, if you want to call me weak, you can call me weak. I did try to commit suicide before. And a lot of you don't know that because I have never really came out with that. My children just found that out like maybe a month ago that I told them that I actually did try when they were gone before. And it's like one other person that knows. I don't even think they remember because they weren't a friend, but they know. It was just a long story, but they know. But anyway, I did try that, and I was so thankful that it did not work. I was so thankful, but I was almost there. I'm here to tell you, I was almost there, but I didn't. It didn't work. That's all I can say is that I thank God that it didn't work because when it didn't work, I was so thankful because I don't know what I was so selfish. For one, suicide is so selfish. It's very selfish. I felt so selfish because when my kids got home, oh my God, when my daughter got home, I was so happy to see her. What if she would have got here and I would have been like, left myself like that? What would she would have thought and ran into? Where would she would have been? Life is not that bad for me to take my own life. I realize that now. And it's just like a drug addict. You will always be an addict. I will always be suicidal because if you have suicidal thoughts, you are suicidal because that those thoughts can lead to something. And that's what happened to me when you think about suicide. And I think a lot of people, a majority of the people have thought of suicide one time or another, whether they want to go through with it or not. It has crossed their mind. Whether they admit it or not, I know people, it has crossed their mind, but they didn't, come out with it and didn't tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just here to tell suicidal people that it is a better way. Like, you might not have support for things, you might not have people on your side, but I mean, I have God on my side. Like I said, this is not a Christian channel, a religious channel, but I do believe in God, and I will praise God and pray to God. But I'm not pressuring that on anybody. You do what you want to do, but that's what I turn to. And also, I also turned to the things my mother taught me, because my mother was a real religious woman. She was going to be a minister. She wanted to be a minister. So I did grow up in a Christian home, but I wasn't in the church as much. I went to church all the time up until I was 18 is when I stopped going as much as I did, because I grew up in church. I was born in church, to be honest. But my views on the religious aspect, I'm not a religious person. It's different now. Everything, I look at everything so different now. I don't look at it like I used to. You know, a lot of my views have changed on different things. So I don't get into it like that. But I don't know, suicide. I think about when my mother died and how I felt with just her dying alone. And I could just imagine my kids, if I committed suicide, what they would think about me. You know what I'm saying? And how they would feel so alone, because I feel so alone. I lost my mother, my sister, and my father. So I know how it feels to be with no parents, and it's crushing, because I always wonder what would it be like to have my mother here as a grown up. Like, I look at people and I'm like, oh my God, they have their mother here and they're grown. Their mother is able to see their kids. My kids have no grandparents. You know what I'm saying? They knew my father. He died in 2009. So I am thankful for that. I am so thankful for that. My mother died in 1994. So my niece was around her for 1 year, but she doesn't remember, duh, but but that's it. They don't remember that. They remember my stepmom, but that's the only granny that they would remember is my stepmom and my grandmother. But that's my grandmother. My grandmother, she passed away too, but she was in her 80s. But they knew their great grandmother, but they didn't have a grandmother like I did, like a grandmother. So I just I'm just so happy to be here, even though I am gravely ill. And whenever I go, but I will not take my own life. I will not take my own life on purpose. I would never take my own life on purpose. We never know what will happen, because you can die from anything. But I would never take my own life on purpose, and I'm saying that today. So if anything would happen to me and somebody said I committed suicide, no. You know, like I said, yes, suicidal thoughts always cross your mind when, well, to me, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I know some people, when you are sick like I am, that does cross your mind, because sometimes I feel so worthless. I feel like I'm not worthy, because I feel like I can't do anything to help people. What all, I mean, I do talk a lot and I can counsel, like, but I can't do anything to help people. If somebody is to call me right now and they need me to come over, I'm not physically fit to come over and help nobody do shit. So that does wear and tear on you. You can't go see about anybody or anything, especially with the disease that I have. Like, currently I am carrying around like almost 100 to close to 100 pounds worth of tumors. And that's not it. I deal with open wounds, with infection and everything. I can get septic at any moment. I can get septic and die. That's how critical my condition is. So that's a lot what I'm going to be talking about. But I'm also going to do a lot of things. I'm going to do a little joking. I joke a lot. I have a big sense of humor. Like, I joke. I have sick humor too. So if you're not down to take a joke, you might not want to turn on this channel, because I joke about anything. I even joke about my sickness sometimes just to keep a smile on our face. I make little jokes, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's what you have to do, because no matter what, never lose your sense of humor and always smile. And that's one motto that I live by. I always try to smile, and my kids know that too. And my kids smile. That's something that we do. We smile through everything. But when things get serious, they get serious, because I do have days that I don't smile. You know what I'm saying? That I don't smile, but I don't let other people see it, because I'm not around anybody but my children. But I do not smile. when I'm going through a rough time. And I know some people that's hard to imagine, like Carla not smiling, laughing. Oh my God, it is not funny. You know what I'm saying? If you go through what I go through, you will have a lot of days you don't smile. Like how I feel now, the normal person wouldn't smile. But I have a lot to smile about. You know, it's things to frown about, but I have a lot to smile about. I have my children to smile about. I have waking up to smile about. I have my animals to smile about. You know what I'm saying? I have life to smile about. You know, and I'm loving life right now, even though it might not be the life I wanted. But I love life itself